webinar. It will be in English because our guests are speaking English, and also we have some people coming outside France. So we'll do our best to speak English, but Chris will confirm if you can ask your question in French if it is easier for you. So just 2 slides, but I think that many of you knows ASTech. We are a competitiveness cluster which deals with aerospace and defense themes, and we have 2 kind of actions. One is to support people in their innovative project, and the other one, is to animate the ecosystem, the ASD ecosystem. And ASTech is well integrated in this space ecosystem. We are in the ideation. We work in the ideation through, for instance, the hackathon Act in Space. We are also member of ISABIC North France, which is an incubator, a business incubation center, incubators, meta incubators. We are also partner of the Space Ticket French initiative, which help startups in their first fundraising. And we are also member of a big innovation ecosystem. We do some networking, and also we support innovative projects in space, in aeronautics, and also in defense. So I will give the floor to Chris.
Thank you, Séverine. Good afternoon also from my side. My name is Chris van der Ouwaard. I'm working for SME for Space, which is the European representative organization for SMEs working in space. SME for Space is one of the 10 partners involved in the SpaceUp project, in the context of which we are organizing these so-called space academies. You will discover very shortly what we do and what we offer to startups during the Space Academies, during the presentation of Mr. Emmanuel Blasi, project manager at the European Business Angel Network, EBAN, and coordinator of EBAN Space. Just like SME for Space, EBAN is one of the partners involved into the European SpaceUp project. Before giving the floor to Emanuele, I would like to thank the ASTech cluster for organizing this meeting. ASTech has been very kind to set up this webinar and to give us the opportunity to reach out to you. If you have questions on the Space Academies or on the project, you can use the chat function. You know how it works. And yes, I can indeed confirm that pour ceux qui veulent poser des questions en français, c'est possible. Monsieur Blasi, moi-même, on peut répondre en français, même en néerlandais ou en italien ou en espagnol. Donc, faites votre choix. Et I now give the floor to Emanuele. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris, and welcome everybody. So let's start. I want to just present you a little bit about EBAN. EBAN is the European Business Angels Network. Basically, we are the European network for business angels, as the name said. And we have more than 170 members in more than 50 countries. So we have members from all over Europe and all over the world. And our main role is driving successful and responsible angel investing in Europe. So I know you are, so our main role as EBAN is to increase the number of investors in Europe and increase the networking between the investors. So in this way, we can facilitate cross-border investments. So if you have an investors in France and you would like to become to internationalize your business, or you want to maybe enter in a new market, a new country, it's much easier if you have an investor from that country in your company. So in this way, if a company, if your investor, French investor, know already an investor in Germany, it's much easier for you to also raise funding and support from investors in Germany. EBAN has several communities. One of these is EBAN Space. We are really original with the name, and basically is a community of space tech investors interested in investing in space technologies. And well, you can discover a lot more about EBAN if you go on our website, and it's eban.org. I know you're already thinking basically you found the holy grail for your company, where you can find a lot of investors. Indeed, we represent more than 70,000 investors. But as I said, our main role is not funding directly companies. We do not invest directly. Our members do it. So if you want to know what we can do for you, for entrepreneurs, basically go on our website. Working with us, we have 4 entrepreneur section, and there you can find more information. How we can help entrepreneurs also is via European projects. So on our website, you go on what we do in the top menu, and you select European projects. And we are involved in several European projects, and SpaceUp is one of these. SpaceUp is a great project. It's really interesting. Basically, we support companies that already are a little bit of project, a business, and something is running, and they want to scale up. So a group of 10 European organizations, they came together and decided to create this project that can help companies to scale up, to boost their business. So what is indeed the SpaceUp project is to ease the transition for European space tech startups to becoming mature companies. So we want to help companies that already has project, a little business, to scale up. So what is, I know you are already in the space sector, but maybe other people not sure about it. What is a space tech company? Because sometimes when we talk about space tech, we think about a rocket and satellites, but it's not really the case. For us, is any company that uses space technology. For example, geolocalization. We had a company that developed an app for dating. So if you're looking for a girlfriend or boyfriend, could be a nice app to use. Data from satellites. Well, images are the most used. We had company developing services for in the agricultural sector. Materials or components, basically everything that was initially developed for the space sector and now used in non-the space sector. A very interesting business that I saw was a company using plasma to reduce wrinkle on the skin. Quite interesting in the health sector, quite interesting business. Software and algorithm. Well, we had a company developing artificial intelligence to move and place satellites well, in operation. And but that technology can easily used to place and move and coordinate autonomous vehicle or drones. So how do we do this? Basically, how do we help companies? Basically, we provide 5 things: expertise, customized coaching services, one-to-one meetings, networking, and matchmaking. All of these things will happen via 6 Space Academy, where we select 60 companies. Basically, the math is quite easy, 10 companies per academy. We will select 10 companies, and we will provide to these companies these 5 services that I just mentioned. But let's go now more in detail what a Space Academy is composed of. So during the Space Academy, there are 6 workshops. A workshop on artificial intelligence and new trends. Mainly the last events we focused on artificial intelligence. We had the great speaker Angelo Dalli, that is also an investor, and business model development, technology transfer, intellectual property rights. Quite interesting topic, since a lot of companies they're not really aware on how to protect their products, their project. EU funding opportunities. So we try to give you a better overview of funding ways to get funded via European projects. Crowdfunding is another interesting way to get funding, but also to increase your traction, so maybe find more customers. And investment readiness. Investment readiness is provided clearly by us, EBAN, and basically we bring investors and to give you some insights on how to present better your project to them. These 6 workshops are open to everybody. At the same time, we organize 6 meetings. So basically, meetings with experts, and this is the expertise part that I mentioned before, and we put in touch entrepreneurs with expert on access to finance, on cross-fertilization, finance for innovation, mainly a VC, venture capitalist, human resources needs, business model, and angel investing, so business angels. And this is where EBAN plays his role. These 6 meetings are only for the 10 selected companies. So basically, everybody can apply, everybody can attend the Space Academy, the workshops, but these dedicated meetings are only for 10 specific companies that we select prior to the event. I didn't say that, but the Space Academy is always organized in conjunction with other major events. And the next one will happen during our Congress, the EBAN Annual Congress 2021. It is happening on the 16th and 18th of June 2021 online. Due to the COVID, we cannot do it on a physical event. We wanted to do it in Cork. Unfortunately, it's not possible, so it will be online. The EBAN Congress is a congress we organize yearly, and we bring investors, policy makers, and all players interested in the early stage funding. What you can get, indeed, why we do this, why we put together the Space Academy with other major events, is because now we can provide you more services, more value. For example, you can access to the event for free, in this case, to our Congress. You can pitch, you can present your business, you can have networking. You can meet people that are attending the event, and in this case, you find a network with other potential investors and media visibility. You can, for our Congress, you will present your project. We select 3 companies among the 10 that we select to present their business in front of the main audience. So only 3 companies out of the 10 can present. So we will do a second selection later on. So this is only for the 10 selected companies. Clearly, if you are not selected, you can attend the EBAN Congress, but you have to pay your ticket. But what happened before the event? Okay, the SpaceUp project is not just an event, a nice way to stay together and meet people, but basically we provide something to you before the event. We do the selection, as I said, of the companies, and we provide 4 feasibility studies. What are they? They are a report that our experts in the consortium will provide to you on 4 domains. On business model design, so we have experts analyzing your business model and trying to help you to fine-tuning your business model. A report on intellectual property rights, so an expert look at your business and try, obviously, it will identify elements you can protect and how you can protect and help support you on that path. Access to finance is for some of the companies we provide a creditworthiness passport. It's a quite high level document on that analyze the financial part of your business. And human resources. Sometimes, as you always say, the reason why an investor doesn't invest on a company is the team. So the team has some weaknesses. Well, we provide a human resources analysis, so we can maybe help you to understand better how you can strengthen your team. The timeline. So, as I said, this report will happen before. So now we need to select the 10 selected companies, the 10 companies. So the deadline to apply will be the 11th of April. So very soon, today is the 7th, so don't wait too much. We'll do the pre-screening. We screen the companies, we identify the most ready for us, and then we evaluate them. We have an expert for that. And ideally, we will finish this process the 19th of April. And the event will happen the 16th, the 18th of June. So what will happen in the meantime? Well, as I said, we provide the feasibility studies to the 10 selected companies. So we need this long period because the report requires time to be provided from our expert. How the evaluation how is the evaluation? So the evaluation is based on 8 criteria: on value proposition and business idea, on the market positioning and the market potential, on the business scalability, the financial status and the business planning, the investment approach, strategic relationship and partnership, the team, and the technical expertise. We have 5 experts. EBAN provide investors for the evaluation. We provide the score from 0 to 10 on these 8 criteria, and we do the math and we identify the 10 best companies. How can you apply? Basically, you should go on our website, is space-academy.eu, and there are several places where you can apply. Clearly, there is on the top of the menu the apply login button, but otherwise you can apply by clicking on Space Academies Europe 2021, and in this little here word that is on the main banner of the website. And I want to award you. The registration is a 2-step process. Basically, you have to log in to register and then go on the form for the registration process. So after your confirmation, you should come back on the website if you don't receive the link directly on your email and click again on that button to fill the form. The form, it takes like literally 1 minute to do the to apply, And we will ask a few questions, really light questions about your business, your company. It takes really a few seconds to fill it, everything. And what is important for us are the two attachments. So one is the investor deck and the other one is the business plan. I know you can be a little bit afraid on showing that, especially the business plan. So just for information, we don't share this document externally. We have agreement, and we have to be we signed the kind of requirement, strict requirement with the European Commission, so don't be worried about that. And we cannot sign an NDA directly with you, but basically we have NDA signed internally, because it's not possible for us to sign an NDA directly with companies. I don't want to go too much in details, but so don't be afraid, and clearly don't share your secret sauce. You can clearly explain what you're planning to do without going too much in detail. As we know, an idea is just an idea. The most important part is the execution. So, and what are the people behind it? So there is a value why you are you created your company. It's you, and also your willingness and your strength in doing your job. So don't be too worried about it. So thanks, and don't miss this opportunity. Remember, the deadline is the 11th of April, and the website to apply is space-academy.eu. I hope to looking forward to meeting all of you, and maybe during our Congress. And if you have questions, I'm here.
Thank you, Emanuele. Yes, there's one question, whether you would be able to share the presentation.
Okay.
We can do this, huh?
I mean, I should share my presentation, correct?
No, yeah, if we can send it after this webinar to the participants.
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
I think that Severin or ASTech can do this, because we don't have all the email addresses of all the participants. So that would be nice if you could do this. Yeah.
I will send to Severin, and
then there's a question if a Japanese company can also apply for a Space Academy.
Yes. Okay, we had non-European companies applying for that. The Commission is interested in that topic. I will say yes, you can apply. We are open to also non-European companies, but we are a little bit strict on that. Only one non-European companies can be selected. So even if you succeed on the criteria, and we select only one of the non-European that has the highest score. And the other thing is we need to understand if there is a kind of interest in opening a kind of business in Europe. So when you apply, you should clarify if you are willing to provide value to Europe, because well, if you want to just stay in Japan, that doesn't bring too much value in Europe, but maybe you want to start a partnership, collaboration with European companies, or maybe open a satellite office here in Europe, and you're trying to understand better how to move here in Europe for your second office. This is things that we look at, and this is why a business plan is necessary document for us. Hopefully I clarified well the topic. If you have some doubt, well, just let me know now, or you can write to me, and you don't know our website.
I think that there is a complementary question about what is the definition of a European company? Is it just location-wise?
Yeah, it's not Europe like the continent, but European Union countries. So Switzerland is not EU, and UK is not EU, for example. But we have companies from UK and Switzerland that applied, and yes, I know it's I said Europe, but correct. It's European Union.
If you want to ask a question, do not hesitate to do it through the chat, or you can raise your hand and we will give you the floor. And if English is a problem for you, or if you do not feel confident in expressing your question in English, you can do it in French.
Okay.
Are there any companies that would like to apply after seeing this presentation? Maybe we will see some hands raised. I don't know.
Get at least your opportunity to present in front of audience of investors.
Okay, yeah.
3.
Okay, good.
3 companies.
Great.
To be able to participate to the open session, are the company obliged to fill in the form, or is there a shortcut way to do this?
For the event itself, so without receiving the feasibility studies, without receiving the one-to-one meetings here, you can basically, we will put a registration process and link on the website after the selection. And we didn't decide it yet. Indeed, EBAN Congress is a paid event. It's not for free. So we have to discuss internally and with the consortium a way to provide not a free ticket, but a reduced ticket for entrepreneurs. And so the only way to attend for free easily is by applying and be selected. And otherwise, probably you have to pay at least a small amount to register at our event. Yeah, in the past we had free events. It was really free, but our Congress is not free, and this is the only way to move on.
Okay. Another question, is it only open for startups, or can SMEs also participate?
For the space economy, I hope the question is. Yes, no, it's for any kind of companies. We don't look at your maturity, let's say. No, it's not too much. It's more on your product and what you can do, etc. And so yes, it's open to everybody. Clearly, the project should be innovative, because the criteria, when you see, it's we really understand if it's a scalable business, and I mean, if you are selling a new kind of bicycle, okay, maybe it's not too much interesting, but anyway, let's see. It's open.
I was wondering if one of the 3 people that raised the hand, is it also because they have a particular question that they want to ask orally, or is the hand still raised because they would like to apply?
Ooh.
maybe I can start. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
okay. Yes, I just discovered this space program. We're a young startup coming from the Station F in Paris. We've been selected as a startup by the ESABIC Sud France incubation program for the next 2 years. So I think the SpaceUp is the next step for us. We would like to connect more with the European network.
Great. Well, we have a quite good also network and relationship with there's a big south of France, and they're quite well connected with some of our investors. So good luck for your project, for your business. And sure, indeed, our the SpaceUp projects start right after, or for this is a big companies especially. I mean, after the incubation part, you need some boost to accelerate your business. So the incubators help you to at your early stage process, the early stage of your life or your company. And the SpaceUp tried to, okay, now you already have some help from the incubators. We try to give you more visibility international level and support you and give you more the scale up overview.
Okay, I understand.
You just joined the incubator, or?
Yes, we just joined the ESABIC incubator in Toulouse. But
Toulouse, I studied in Toulouse.
at ESA Super, yes, I saw your profile. Yes, but before we were in the Entrepreneur First program in Paris for the past 6 months. So it's kind of an accelerator. We received the pre-seed and we are launching our seed round right now. It's quite a cash-intensive startup because we will do microelectronics for our space application to improve imaging system for Earth observation mainly, for dual system like civil and military application. So that's why I think SpaceUp is the next step for us, because even if we are at the early stage, we need this boost right now. We have already manufactured a lot of prototypes which are working. So yeah, but we will see the investor deck and the business plan.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good. Thanks. Sure. Looking forward to see you.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe Anaï, you can ask your question vocally with voice.
Okay, I can do. So I was wondering if you worked with a lot of agricultural companies while ASTech, and what made you work with them?
I'm not sure that you mean through the this program, SpaceUp program, or for EBAN?
For this program specifically.
Well, we had several companies that were in the agriculture, are hopefully still alive, that are in the agricultural sector. Yeah, we are not topic focused or industrial focused, so we are quite open. As I said during the presentation, we had businesses in really variety of industries. So yes, we know the agricultural sector. Me a little bit, but the expert that will do the evaluation, yes. And cannot go too much in detail for the companies itself. Do you have any concern about maybe your project? I can clarify a little bit, or Is because as a generic answer, I can tell you yes.
Yeah.
But maybe it's too vague as answer.
Yeah, I'm mostly taking information from this webinar because I'm not like the person in charge, but
Okay.
I know that we've applied last time and last year, and we maybe want to apply this year.
Okay. Well, yes, it's worth trying again. Probably we are planning to send reminders to all companies that didn't succeed, we didn't pass the selection, the past academies. So probably you will receive our nice kind reminder. Yeah, sometimes companies are not selected not because they are not good, but because in the ranking they are not as good as the others. So, but basically we found someone else that has a higher score. And it's incredible. Sometimes the difference is really in 0.2 out of 80. So it's not because you are not good, but because we had to find the 10 companies, and yeah, so.
I see. Thanks a lot for your answers.
Maybe, Emmanuel, you can once again say the most important criteria in the notation.
Let me share. Okay, these are the 8 criteria. Well, basically, we analyzed the value proposition, the business idea in general. If it's new, not new, sometimes it's very well something not really innovative. And market positioning and market potential. Well, it's not just a matter of how big is the market. Because this is a kind of problem for companies. Companies think, oh, should be the biggest market, in the world. But after, it's if no one wants to buy your product, it can be really big, but your sales are 0. So with market potential and market positioning, we are really trying to understand. We want to we analyze, okay, is there someone interested in buying your product? So you don't have to show us a big, this is your best estimation of your market. But if there is a market that is interesting, well, it's not 4 people in the world, but many people interested in your product, in your service. The business scalability, basically, well, sometimes there is no real view on of the company. They see the product as, the entrepreneur, when they present their business, they cannot show, okay, you look, this is just the first step, and this project has the possibility to develop, to become something even more, even different. But as it is now, it's interesting. As it is now, it solves a problem, but we can improve, we can boost it later on. So the market, so the point 2, will increase, and the business itself can scale. So can another element is, for example, something can scale is, okay, if I have to provide consulting, okay, this is not a scalable business, because if I want to increase the number of the impact that I want to create, I need other consultants. So I need, because every people can do just a short amount of support. So if your company cannot scale, it's difficult for an investor especially, or for in general, for your company to be really sustainable in at least for at the investment process as investment. Financial status and business planning. Basically, here we try to understand if you have a clear overview of your business plan and the financial behind it. So it's quite boring elements, probably for everybody, but it's and probably they're not even correct what you're writing. They are just estimation. It's full of hypotheses, but this is what they are looking at. They are not just looking at your numbers. They are looking at, okay, let me understand if this person put right hypothesis behind his financial planning. And so this is the element for. So try not just to show you will become billionaire in 1 year, but after your hypotheses are all wrong. They prefer having a business is smaller, but at least your hypotheses are based on something that is strong and clear. And you prove. You really have to prove your the data. Where did you take the data? The investment approach. Basically, it's a business for investment friendly, let's say. Okay, so probably it's an investment can be also you can support, you can fund your companies in several ways. Can be an investor, can be crowdfunding, can be public funding. So European there was the same instrument, now is called EIC Pathfinder, if I'm not wrong. So this is a kind of the investment approach we are looking at. I mean, it's a project that can is interesting, can be is friendly. I think friendly is the correct word. Friendly on funding, on the funding part. So the 6th point is strategic relationships and partnerships. This is really important. Very often entrepreneurs, they don't pay too much attention on that element. But you are not perfect. Your business is not perfect. So you need to show that you identified elements, in this case, relationships and partners, that cover your weaknesses. This point is really important. So you really has to show that you know what is not good in your business, and you have plan, you have idea on how to you are working on to fix them. Well, the team, the seventh point, not much to say. Please don't just put, okay, I'm name, surname, and your role in the company. Well, you need to show what are you doing, what is the value that you provide, why this person is important in the company, what is indeed the value that is providing. Sometimes this element is just a CV. You read the business plan with full of CV, but they don't clarify. Okay, what is his real practical role? What is providing to the company? Not just the title. Okay, I'm the CEO. Okay, what? This is the title. It's not the responsibility that you are bringing in the company. And the last point is the technical expertise. In your case, shouldn't be a problem. Quite often, it's never a problem. The companies that we evaluate, but we decided to put it anyway because sometimes we want to remove all companies that, oh, I have a great idea, but there is no technical good expertise behind it. So if you, for example, you have weaknesses on a technology, and that technology is important for you, you have to identify a good relationship, a good partner, in order to strengthen your technical expertise. Because someone has to produce your product. So yeah, so these are the 8 criteria. Hopefully I gave a more clear overview.
Yes, Emmanuel, but as always, an answer provokes new questions. So are those 8 criteria equally important? I mean, is there a ponderation between the 8 of them? Are some criteria more important than others? No?
No, we decide to have the same weight.
Okay, and another thing, can you elaborate maybe shortly on the 5 experts that will evaluate? What is their background and what fields are they working currently?
Yes, we have investors. We have an expert in the financial part and
the business plan.
Yeah, in the business model, expert in the business part. So they analyze more the business model of the project, and this is basically the profile. That comes from 5 different partners. For example, for EBAN, they are investors, and clearly they have knowledge on the kind of companies we provide to them. So it's they are not people that just, oh, I want to be an investor. No, we have Seraphim Capital. I think you know them. We have well, other international investors that that evaluate the project. So
okay,
random people with no experience.
We are coming to the end almost, but I would like to underline once again that the Space Academies that we organize in the context of the European SpaceUp project, well, the project is coming to an end at the end of this year, at the end of 2021. So this is the last Space Academy that we will, as a consortium, we will be organizing. So startups or SMEs or companies that are still a bit hesitant whether they should apply, yes or no. The clear answer is yes, you should apply. You should do it now. You still have 4 days until the 11th of April to submit your application. The application is something which is feasible to complete in 4 days. So if you are still hesitant, don't be, and please apply for the last Space Academy. Maybe there will be a follow-up, but this is not something that we can ensure. What we can ensure is that the next Space Academy will take place in June virtually, and okay, you have to apply it now.
So if there is no more question, I think we will leave the floor. Is there anyone who wants to ask a last question?
Somebody's Wilfried is thanking us, so thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Wilfried, for participating, and also the others, of course. So yes, we will, well, Emmanuel, you will give your presentation to Severin from ASTech, who will then transmit the presentation to the participants.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you once again, Emmanuel, Chris, and all the participants. I hope that there will be a lot of French people asking for a place in this SpaceUp Academy, last session of the Space Academy. And well, I hope that we will cooperate in the next months, now that we submit our membership agreement to SME for Space, and we hope that we will enlarge the network of SMEs, space SMEs, and to help people to be more resilient through this crisis. And I think that this kind of session is a good thing to show that many actions are in progress to support the competitiveness of SMEs and startups. So thank you, everybody. If you have a word for the end, Emmanuel, Chris?
No, and all the best for your projects, really. And
yes, good luck with the submission of your application, and thanks again to ASTech Severin for organizing this, and to Emanuele for presenting. It was a nice webinar, and I hope to see you soon again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.